I'm Mary Grace Ferrone, and this is Legal Services of the Hudson Valley. Legal Services of the Hudson Valley gets involved at critical and vulnerable times in our clients' lives. We are often the final safety net for people who need help with civil matters, such as the threat of eviction or the loss of income, intimate partner violence, divorce, child custody and support, or the denial of public benefits to which they are legally entitled. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Briana, who's going to share her story with us. Can you tell me what led you to Legal Services of the Hudson Valley?
So I was dealing with a very difficult legal situation, which was domestic violence and seeking sole physical and legal custody of my young daughter. My goal was to allow my daughter to have a peaceful life and to know what that was. I wanted her to be around nothing but love and to know nothing but love. In order to do that, I knew I had to put up a good fight for her. For me to do that, I knew I needed legal support. I was able to get that from Legal Services of the Hudson Valley.
How long did your journey take?
It took a year. It was a lot of hands on deck. Mm-hmm. Not only was it my attorney, but it was her supervisor, and they introduced me to my domestic violence advocates. If it wasn't for all three of them and the help that they did get also behind the scenes, I don't think I would have been able to get through that entire journey. When you find yourself in a situation where your basic human rights is at risk, they would be the ones I would advise to call, because they would be the ones to help you and guide you through that, and again give you that legal clarity that I was able to gain, because there's a lot that we don't know. There is a process. With the support of Legal Services, it made it possible, and now I'm able to live on the other side.
Last year alone, we handled over 12,000 cases for more than 9,200 clients throughout the 7 counties we serve. We fight to make sure our clients have access to justice and that their legal rights are upheld. But most importantly, we work to make people feel recognized, respected, and empowered. Alexzandra, what was going on in your life when you started to work with LSHV?
I had a lot of rent issues.
How did those rent issues come about?
Well, during COVID, I became very sick and ill. Took them 6 months to diagnose me with what happened during COVID.
Oh my goodness.
So I was afraid and I wasn't able to work anymore. Mm-hmm. The rent got so high and I wasn't able to catch up with it. Mm-hmm. So I needed someone with confidence to help me.
It must have been really hard being on the cusp of eviction.
The idea that someone's telling you that you're going to be on the street and you have no idea what to do, you're already suffering from something. Mm-hmm. I enjoy working, but the fact that I physically couldn't get up every day to go to work to help myself.
And you were here alone, right?
Literally, my family is all away, so who do I turn to? It was hard, but Mihaila was like, we're gonna do something. We're gonna figure it out and we're gonna make it work. I stuck with her and she helped me to believe that I can get the help and some kind of help. So
it was clear she had a plan.
She had a plan and she was determined.
Ashley, what made Alexzandra's case meaningful and urgent?
In Alexzandra's circumstance, she was at the tail end of the court case. I think she had already gotten the judgment and warrant with an eviction date. Where we stepped in was to help her put a stop temporarily to the eviction in order for her to get time for assistance.
Seeing the note on your door, you know, coming home to that was like heartbreaking. And it was more scarier at that point because it was like, okay,
it's real.
It's beyond.
Can you imagine what your life would have been like if you had been evicted?
It would have been the end of the world for me to actually have nowhere else to go. It would have been extremely hard. You know, when the victory came and she said, Alexzandra, we got everything. Everything is going to be covered. It felt good.
When we have clients come to us, they don't know what their rights are. They don't know how to navigate such a complex system. So having that expertise and that guidance and someone who can be with you in court is crucial.
Did you ever realize or know that some of that money came from just private individuals, people in the community?
No clue. And to know that now is like, There's so many people that need help.
The support from the donors help us to remain staffed. It helps us to provide resources to those in our community. It could be anyone who has an issue that needs assistance and they cannot afford the advice, counsel, or representation of an attorney. So it's everything to provide that kind of resource for free to our community.
Thank you for supporting legal services of the Hudson Valley. And for more information or to get involved, go to lshv.org.